Hey guys, Katie here. Sorry, it's been a really long time since I've updated about my gastric weight loss surgery. I did a video probably over a month ago talking about the lap band, and I had met with my doctor and she okayed everything. She thought it was a great idea, blah blah blah. So I didn't want to make an update video until I actually had some information to share, and I had a little bit of a crazy ride. So I'm a little sick. Hopefully I sound okay. So I will tell you what's all new. I went to the information night and I got this handy dandy folder that went through a lot of stuff. I have a step-by-step program guide. Pretty much the steps you take to get the surgery. I met with, first I think it was a clinic nurse who at the informational thing, she kind of went over everything, and then the surgeon came and went over everything in great detail, answered questions, and then they had a couple people who had a successful weight loss surgery. One was a lap band, and then had a revision to get the gastric sleeve. So there's 3 surgeries. I probably talked about that in the other video. The lap band, the least invasive, and then they just cut you open. It's a laparoscopic surgery, and they just put a band around your stomach, the top of it, to restrict your food intake. And then you have to have fills periodically. And then with the sleeve, what they do, that's kind of like the middle ground on invasive wise. So what they do is they remove 85% of your stomach, and what you're left with is kind of like a hot dog shaped stomach, and that's about the size of a hot dog. So, you know, they remove everything over here and you're just left with a like tube shaped stomach. And then there's the gastric bypass where they actually do the sleeve and they do all this rewiring and stuff. So originally I wanted to do the lap band because it's less invasive, blah blah blah. I already went through all that. So the gastric sleeve I thought was kind of like the newest craze, and I thought it was newest, and you know, a lot of people, there weren't people who have a long term have been sleeved, but I actually found out from the informational thing that the sleeve has been around for a very long time. Excuse me. That so if you watch, you know, like a lot of weight loss patients on TV and stuff, ones that go from like 600 pounds down to 200 pounds, so they actually, when you're that, when your BMI is that large, you can't go right into getting a gastric bypass. So what they do is they actually do the sleeve first, and you lose a lot of the weight, and then you get the full-blown gastric bypass. So they kind of go hand in hand, and that's been actually going on for a very long time, way longer than the lap band. The thing is that it wasn't available to the public for just people to just get the sleeve done. So now insurance companies were like, wow, you know what, a lot of these patients, they're doing the sleeve and they don't even have to come back to get the gastric bypass, saving a lot of money. You know, they don't have to go in for the second surgery and stuff. It's a lot less invasive. So all of a sudden insurance companies, they're like, hey, why don't we try just doing the sleeve? And they made it available to the public. So that's where we are now. I am sure it's in my information here somewhere, but I want to say 2007 or 2005 is when it became available to the public. So it's been quite a while. And I decided on going with the sleeve because there are so many people that if you watch YouTube, if you look on blogs, if you go on forums, there's so many people that have revision surgery from the lap band to the sleeve. And I was thinking, if you're going to get that surgery, like, I want it done once. I don't want to have to go in and get a revision surgery. Go big or go home, you know. So, as I said in the last video, I won't do the gastric bypass. So, this is what I want to do. And so that was my decision to do that. And then I made an appointment at the informational night. You make an appointment to meet with the clinic. What is it? I have it written. It's on my sheet here. Meet with a bariatric nurse for introductory meeting to plan your path. So you meet with her. I made the appointment, and then you're given a sheet, and you're supposed to contact your insurance company just to figure out what's needed. Most people need 6 months. A lot of people have to meet with a dietitian. You have to meet with a psychologist. You have to meet with a surgeon. You have to, there's just a lot of different stuff. And I already went through, I think I probably said it in my first video, my doctor went over a lot of the questions with what the psychologist is going to go over. It's just trying to see if you have any sort of eating disorders or anything like that, because that might have some sort of issue with the weight loss surgery. So, okay. So I met with my insurance company, or I called the insurance company, and I had to do the full 6 months, yada, yada, yada. And then, all of a sudden, we've had this insurance company for quite a while. Out of nowhere, I get a letter in the mail saying that we're going to switch insurance as of January 1st. So I was like, oh crap. So anything that I do this far, I'm going to have to redo as of January 1st. And I did have a choice between a couple different insurance companies, a couple different plans. And I went to the clinical nurse thing, and we talked about it, and the one of them you have to do the 6 months, and I guess that's a lot of jumping through hoops and stuff. And there's some places that, they make it really hard for you to get the surgery. They're not wanting to spend this money on you. And then there's another one, it's actually Medica. She said, and it's the same coverage for both of them. I get, my family gets the same providers. So really it didn't matter which one. So I was either one, whatever one was easiest to get the surgery, I was going to go with, because it's the same coverage, the same doctors. And they said Medica is very easy to deal with, and you don't have to do any of the 6 months or anything like that. All you have to do is have in your file that for a period of time you've been trying and unsuccessfully have, you haven't been able to successfully lose weight. And then the rest is according to what the physician and the clinic think is right for you. And they said that they all do the psych evaluation, they all do the dietitian meeting, or nutrition, dietitian, whatever. So, and then I was like, well, all these meetings that I've done thus far, do I have to start over again come January 1st? And they said no, because it's all with them. I'm totally holding a pen. Since it's all with them, I don't have to restart it again, and since it's all according to the clinic. So that's pretty cool. So I've already met with the clinical nurse, and it was an hour-long meeting. What we did, we went through my entire health history, anything that's ever happened, any surgery I've had, any complications, which I haven't had, every sickness you have, any diseases, my tonsils taken out when I was like 12, my whole family history, all that kind of stuff. And they're just, making sure that you are healthy enough to have the surgery. Excuse me. So that was an hour long, and then, I'll just go over this. This is the step-by-step thing. Step-by-step program. Step 1, attend information seminar. I already did that. Step 2, complete health history. I think that's just doing the form that I did. I think it was like 13 pages, so it was no joke. Oh, a lot of people have to do the sleep study. I think they list like 5 things, and if 2 of those, if you have 2 of those, then you have to do a sleep study. And I didn't. I only had 1. I think it was snoring, which I don't snore. If your neck was, they measure around your neck, and if you're so much or more, I think it's 15 or 16 inches, then you have to have the sleep study. If you have 2 or more than these. If you already have a sleep apnea device, a couple more that I think if you're male, and maybe if you're over, I don't know, like 50 years old or something. So I don't have to do the sleep study, so that's good. So meet with a bariatric nurse for introductory meeting to plan your path. I already did that. Prepare for a safe and successful surgery. I think that's just kind of a one thrown in there. Complete psychological assessment. Oh, I still have to make that appointment. Meet with bariatric dietitian. I think my appointment is December 1st. Meet with the bariatric nurse for education session. I think that's what I already did. Meet with your surgeon to review surgery. I meet with my surgeon on Monday, so November 23rd. And then prepare for the day of surgery. Surgery, complete follow-up visit 1 week after surgery. And then participate in aftercare support for life. I think you have to go once a year, I believe. So that I got at the informational thing. When I went to meet with a nurse, I got this. This is my vertical sleeve gastrectomy. What you need to know before and after surgery. This goes with what you can eat, all that kind of stuff. It goes over all the vitamins that you're going to have to take for life. Oh, something that's kind of informative, I thought. With the gastric sleeve, you're able to take your medications regularly, as you usually do. I want to say if it can fit through a straw, you can take your medications. But if with the gastric bypass, you can't. And then with the lap band, you can't. So you actually have to crush the medicine. You have to open the capsules up, that kind of thing. But with a gastric sleeve, you don't have to. And he also said that a lot of things that you take medication for, once you lose that weight, you'll be surprised how much medicine you don't have to take anymore. If you are diabetic, I guess this is just crazy. Like most people, I can't remember what the percentage was, but the second you have the surgery, like you don't have to take your medication anymore. And I'm talking type 1 diabetic that you're on medication, not the actual insulin shot. So it's not going to help that, unfortunately. What else? I felt like there was something else I wanted to say about that. Another thing that was very into me picking the vertical sleeve was there's some sort of gland by your stomach where some sort of substance is created and flowed into your body. And with lap band, it doesn't do anything to the area. But with the gastric and the sleeve, they actually cut wherever this is created, and cutting that, you no longer feel hungry. So supposedly, you don't feel hungry. You don't, like ever. Whatever creates the hunger, you don't feel it. A lot of people get head hunger, which is when in your head, like you'll see somebody and you're like, oh, I want potato chips or whatever. But you don't actually feel hungry. So that's pretty cool. Am I fuzzy? I don't know. I have a lot of makeup on. I just got off of work. I work in the beauty industry, so I put makeup on people all day. So I kind of look like a clown by the end of the night because I always add more and more makeup on. Oh, which brings me to, I was thinking about making a beauty channel. Let me know if anybody would be interested in seeing that. I could do makeup to slim your face, like contouring, your hairstyle, how to wear your hair to slim your face. I have a lot of tricks and stuff for that. Also, I sweat crazily, so maybe like makeup for to help you not sweat. I don't know. Let me know if anybody would be interested in that, okay? I think I'm going to make a beauty channel anyways, just because I love makeup. Okay, so my vertical sleeve, let's see if there's anything else. Oh, my appointment. So I have an appointment on November 23rd. December 1st is with the nutritionist. And then I go on January 4th to meet with the clinical nurse again. And I think that's like the last appointment. And then after that, I'm done. So then we can schedule my surgery. Hopefully right away. So I could, as early as January, I could be getting my surgery. That's crazy. I think I wanted September 27th. End of September, the 20th something, is when I went for my informational night. So that's how fast it went. So yeah, there's all sorts of things. She gave me a list of all the vitamins that I'll have to take and like the big protein, I think it's called whey protein, like the huge jugs. And she said some insurance companies cover over-the-counter medications. So, and mine does. So she said that I'll bring that list in to the doctor and they can write prescriptions for all that, and that'll save a lot of money. So, yeah, I think that's all I have right now. My insurance company should pay for it. Oh, right before the surgery. Oh, yeah. There's another thing. So right before the surgery, when you weigh in with your first initial clinical nurse, I think it's called visit, that's when you get weighed. That's your number. That's the only number that matters through the whole time. So right before that, I got so sick and I was like throwing up in like both ends and all that good stuff. For like 2 weeks I was sick and I lost like 10 pounds. And I was right on the edge of my BMI being 40. I think it was like 40.3 or something. So my BMI was under and I was so nervous and I was like, what am I going to do? Maybe I'll wear a sweatshirt and throw some heavy stuff like cell phone and my wallet or something just to try to make me heavier. I didn't know what to do. So then thankfully I did feel better. And once I felt better, I kind of ate like a pig just to put the weight back on. Let me see what my BMI was. I have it right here. 40.81. So with a BMI of 40.81, they want me to lose 10 pounds. So 10 pounds by surgery. She said, don't worry about the scale so much. She said once I start, she wants me to start taking the vitamins. I think she said as soon as possible. I haven't yet. But once you start taking in that protein, because once you start eating the protein, not like a liquid diet or anything, but starting on the protein shakes and stuff, it helps you not be hungry the rest of the day. So then you're not doing the snacking and stuff. So she said as soon as you start doing that kind of stuff, the weight, you're really going to start losing weight right away. So she said, don't freak out about the 10 pounds. Just follow, doing the protein shakes and all that kind of stuff, and it'll just naturally come off. So I think that's all I have. I meet with the surgeon on Monday. So the questions that I have so far are, there's 3 surgeons at the center that I want to go to. And the main one, I guess, because it was his father's, I don't know. There's 2 of them that are like the co-directors or something. So one of them we talked to, he's the one that came and told us all about the surgery. And then there's another one, a female doctor, and she is the one that's going to be doing mine. Because I said I would do first available, because I really, I read a lot of reviews and stuff, and I felt that both of them were, just fine to do it. I trust both of them. So I think I'm going to ask her how many surgeries she's done, how many sleeve surgeries she's done, if she's had any failed surgeries, and I'm going to ask her if she's had any deaths, because to me that's important. And I can't remember if there's anything else. Oh, there's one thing that the nurse wants me to talk about, and it's kind of TMI, but I mean, I'm sitting here I'm making a video about being fat. I think I've already crossed that line of holding anything back. And I have that thing at a very bad angle. Look at this chin. Oh, on my beauty channel, I could show how to do a selfie too and hold it so you look nice and skinny. I can insert a clip here of a picture of me holding the camera so that I look all skinny. So you can be like, ooh, who's that hottie? It's me, with a different camera angle. So that's what it's all about. Yeah, what was I saying? Oh yeah, so after I had my gallbladder removed, I got IBS, which is terrible. So that's one question that she wants me to talk with the surgeon about, if that's going to affect my surgery at all. And I'm assuming because you're not able to eat a lot, so she doesn't want me to shit out everything that I eat. So we'll see how it goes. And I think that's it. Thank you guys so much for watching, and as soon as I get any more information, I will be sure to update you. Thanks so much. Bye.